Hey, backstage here at Riff Fest with Eric and Brian from Prevail. Hey, first of all, thank you guys so much for playing.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
I was thinking about this on the way here. It's like the Fillmore last year, twice, and now headlining Riff Fest out here. That seems kind of insane to me. What about you?
Yeah, man. Have a lot of history. A bunch of us come to shows here growing up, and now finally playing this legendary venue, man. And it's cool that it's back to Pine Knob, and being able to say we play Pine Knob and not
exactly
the ladder.
Right, exactly. And Brian, you guys haven't played here at all, opening or anything?
No, this will be our first time, so we're super stoked. Obviously, a ton of tickets got sold thanks to you guys and the lineup you assembled. The lineup today is awesome. We're super excited to have Bad Omens go on before us. So it'll be it's going to be crazy. I don't normally get nerves before a show, but I already feel kind of the jitters going into this.
Yeah, a little bit of anxiousness for sure, especially in your hometown. How many people do you think you have with your crew tonight coming to the show?
Like family and friends?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Did you get a lot?
I can tell you at least I got like 70-some first cousins.
Do you?
Yeah, they like 20 or so got a party bus, and they're here. So just that alone, I think like 100.
Well, I was even going to say, we just did like a 20-person meet and greet, and like 5 of them brought up that they knew Eric's friend from high school or who he worked with. So I feel like Eric knows pretty much every single person in Michigan at this point.
That's great. And by the way, Lloyd Christmas and Harry were the last ones that came up on the meet and greet. The guy with a big hat.
Oh,
yeah, Dumb and Dumber.
I was like, I gotta go back out there and find where you bought those hats.
Right. That's so funny. So you guys are on tour with Godsmack. You were just telling me the most unbelievable story. First of all, Godsmack, for those that don't know, every single show they do this drum off thing, and it's so cool. I was actually watching it one time, Rockin' the Range, and the drummer from Judas Priest came up and stood right next to me, and he's like, "Yeah, I've always wanted to see this." Well, you guys got to watch it a bunch of times now.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's a cool moment of the show, and they, when you do it for a couple of years, I feel like you start getting your rhythm and you know what's cool and what goes off, but you're always evolving. We played a festival with them years ago, and I remember walking away from that going like, man, they just crushed it. And then, a couple of years later, here we are touring with them and being able to watch every night. It's like, oh, that wasn't just a one-time thing where they just crushed it. They just consistently, I think that's what happens. I think it's like 25 years or something they've been doing it.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest things.
It's awesome.
And so tell everyone, so this is really cool. So I asked Eric and Brian before they came out with me, how's the Godsmack thing going? And you told me the greatest story about a gift you got from Shannon. And I hope we're not speaking out of school, are we?
No. It was awesome. You touring, you sometimes like give the other band a little thank you gift or whatever. And one of the last days, we're in our green room, we had a bag and a note, and it was a nice card, handwritten, like full long note that basically was like, it's been a short run, fun run. Thanks for coming out, and I don't really hang out as much as I used to, but I just wanted to give you guys a gift, and it was just a pile of books that he's like, I sit and read and take time to myself, and I just wanted to give that to you guys, and gave us a pile of books and notebooks, and I don't know, that was just such a genuine, like, an unnecessary but such a nice thing. And
that's like something you'll never forget.
The next day I literally walked like a half a mile to Barnes & Noble and picked up one of my favorite books and wrote him a note and just dropped it off in his green room.
No kidding. That's cool. What book was it?
It was that Matthew McConaughey, Green Lights, that new book he just put out. I think it was like during the COVID times I read, and it was really it's a great read and got me through that downtime. But
what'd you think of that tour, Brian?
The one with Godsmack.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And, now getting to tour with them again, and I don't know, you just have that camaraderie, which I think is so awesome. Once you get to tour with a band once and get to know the guys, even we were just talking about Robbie, their bassist. He brings his golden doodle on tour now, and they put a little laminate around him. So even if you're, not every day is great on the road. You're going to have days when you wake up and not feeling the best, but you see that pup walk by and you're just like, there's a dog on tour. I can't be too mad. So they're awesome guys, and we're excited to, this run will go from all the way from Michigan to the West Coast, and then we go up to Canada, which will be fun because we haven't been to Canada
cool.
in a hot minute.
You have to get Robbie out there on the ice. Right about that. So before we talk about some other things that we have going on with sports related, what's going on with the band right now? You guys have anything you're working on? Music-wise, or what's happening?
Just busy touring. This will be a pretty hefty stretch for us. We have about a month with Godsmack here, and then I think we get 4 days off, and then we go over to Japan and Indonesia with Bring Me the Horizon, which will be awesome because we never toured with them before, and I think right now they're kind of the mecca of our type of music. So
have someone sound checking.
Someone not sound checking will, that's for sure. But we're excited for that, and then we actually right after that head to Australia. So. A lots of long plane rides ahead. Got to brace ourselves for that. Get all the neck pillows and
now True
Ambien
Power
and
dropped
everything
last year. You guys have any sort of anything working on, or do you guys just go in the studio with a clean slate?
No, we definitely have still, been hitting the studio when we can. There's so much touring, but even now, John, who actually is our bassist and has helped us produce things over the years, actually brings a little mobile rig with him. So anytime Eric has like a lyric in mind, or I have a melody, or Steve has a riff, we're able to, on an off day, kind of go into the hotel room, put on the headphones, and at least start, putting together some ideas. Because I think it's one thing for us where we don't want to take 2 or 3 years off and then go fresh into the studio, because your mind just isn't quite ready for it. Where at least if we're dabbling a little bit, when we really rev up for the next record, it'll allow us to have kind of a head start going into it.
Now, you talked about not taking all this time off. Do you guys feel that and especially in the last year, that you've gone from like this level to this level? I mean, obviously you're playing Pine Knob here tonight, but what about when you're out on tour in other parts of the world?
It's been there's been some moments where we take a big step up, but we've been super grateful and lucky that it's like whenever we're not taking the big step up, it's still a gradual incline. We haven't hit it feels like we haven't hit a peak yet. It hasn't felt like we plateaued. It's just every time we come to a new city, even if we're playing the same venue, there's more people and there's new people there. It's just, this train keeps rolling, man, and it's fun to be on and fun to ride. It's we're just super grateful to have people like you jamming our stuff and not just playing a song, but like playing them all, man.
Yeah.
And we're super grateful for the love and the support from everyone.
No, you're welcome. And it's funny because I'll be around town and all of a sudden, there's Eric at the car show and at Disturbed, and I think I've run into you a few other places.
Yes,
as well.
you have.
All right, so final thing here for you guys. So, Brian, you said you got some sort of wager here as far as the Lions are concerned?
Yeah, so the wager,
Oh, wait, who does?
we actually...
Oh, okay.
We should honestly set up a new wager for this year, but last year, I'm the biggest Lions fan probably known to man for the last... every year on tour, the guys make fun of me. I wake up at the ass crack of dawn and put on my Lions jersey, and obviously we've had a rough last couple of years. However, last year, Eric and I made a bet going into it, and I was drinking the Kool-Aid hard, so I said, all right, if the Lions have a winning record, you have to get their record tattooed on you, but if they have a losing record, then I'll get a tattoo. Now, the Lions started the season awful. I think we started 1-6.
Terrible, yeah.
So
let me just put it this way. When we started with the bet and it was like 500.
Yeah.
The last 3 years, I think it was like they had 6 total wins or something like
Yeah.
that. So a betting man would say that's a good bet.
But a true fan would say, no, I am going to double down on this. So even when they were 1-6, I don't know. I just had faith, and it was pretty amazing to kind of see the run they went on. Unfortunately, they didn't get in the playoffs last year due to the Seahawks, and the Seahawks game last week also kind of crushed my soul a little bit. But I was at the Kansas City home opener.
That's right. I saw the pictures. You were the personal fitness guy who I
Yeah,
started
he's
following
from
on Instagram.
Germany, who's actually a big fan of us, and he had a hookup, so I went to that game. But yeah, so Eric still hasn't gotten the tattoo, which upsets me a little bit because it's already the new season. So Eric's gonna get the tattoo. But on the record, should we do a bet for this year?
Oh, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, first, I'm getting a Lions tattoo with the standing or whatever, the record, and if someone's gonna be like get a Lions tattoo, it's gonna be one that's like a great season. I'm getting the most mediocre tattoo. It's gonna be Lions with 9 and 8. Like,
How about this? If the Lions make the playoffs, you have to get another tattoo. If they don't make the playoffs, I'll get a tattoo. What do you want me to get though? Like, what's a bad tattoo for me?
I can't put one on the spot.
All right, just no. We'll work it out with you guys. It'll be something.
We got it right here on camera. If Lions don't make the playoffs, Brian's getting a tattoo.
But they will make the playoffs, so Eric will have to get a second tattoo.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
what was it like meeting Carrie Underwood? I forgot to.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she came out we went to her show first. She actually invited us out to her show at LCA, which was incredible. We had to go backstage and meet her afterwards, and she was the kindest person. She, wasn't rushing us out. She really just took time to tell us how much she enjoyed our music, and she puts on a kick-ass show too. And then she actually came out to our show in Nashville
awesome.
on the last Godsmack run. And I'm gonna be honest, I was a little nervous for that. We looked up and we just saw her jamming
That was at
out, which
Bridgestone?
was. Where was it at?
It's in the quarry, the Stone Quarry.
That's a great place.
It
I
was
saw
a
a show there
really
last
cool
year.
venue,
Really
but
cool. It's like a mini Red Rocks.
It was
kinda.
definitely
Yeah.
kind of a WTF moment, just like looking up at me, like Carrie Underwood's headbanging to our music right now.
It wasn't even like she was like singing along to Deep, and well, she was, but it was like I looked up when we were like doing the heavy stuff, and she's just getting it. I'm like, all right, Carrie.
She's got
love
the
it.
hottest legs of music as far as I'm concerned. I
No,
texted
she's-
Eric. I'm like, dude, tell me about the legs. Come on. Just
She's amazing, though. Honestly, truly just a great person, and so excited to continue to see her path grow and grow.
Well, finally here, I know I said finally a few times, but okay, biggest Detroit memories of concerts or slash events. Like, give me something growing up since we're here in the Motor City.
Oh man. I'll say since we're here, since we're at Pine Knob, one of my first shows I got to see was Deftones and System of a Down, and my dad's friend was taking his kid, and he asked me, he's like, "Do you know these bands?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." So we went. I ended up being like front center, third row. One of those moments where like I like the Deftones, but I saw them and man, blew me away. And then System of a Down played, and I caught oh my God, I'm blanking on his
Surge?
name. No, the guitarist.
Chavo?
Yes,
Yeah.
I caught his pick,
Mhm.
and yeah, man, that was one of those shows at that age. I was like, holy crap, like this. And thinking like when we play shows now, are lucky enough to play like venues like this, and thinking I hope we're giving kids the same moments that I
Right.
had like that, you know.
Yeah, what about you, Brian? What do you got?
For me, I'm going to actually go a little away from music and go to last year when Eric and I actually got to throw out the first pitch at the Tiger game
wow, that's
when the True Power record came out. And Eric and I both played baseball growing up. Eric actually went to college for baseball, so both of us are enamored with it. And
Oh, I didn't know you went to college. That's
yeah,
interesting.
Eric, unfortunately, the knees gave out a little bit, but it worked out. It worked out because I met him and we started this band. But
So I didn't see that. Did you throw strikes?
I threw a strike, and then Eric whispers in my ear. He goes, "I'm throwing a knuckleball," and I go, "What are you thinking?"
I literally go out there and oh my God, what's his name? Kerry Carpenter, who's on a streak right now. He caught the pitch for us, and I get up there, I lean in, look for the signal, and he's smiling. He's like, "All right, just throw the ball." And I give him the hand signal for knuckleball, and I see him look at me like, "What?" And I just throw a nice little no spinning knuckleball in there and dance a little, and he got it, he caught it, he gets up, and he laughs, he goes, "You really threw a knuckleball?" I was like, "Was that the first time someone's thrown a knuckleball for the first pitch?" He's like, I don't know, it might be.
Gotta
But
be.
It still got to the mitt, which makes me happy. It bounced a little before, but it could have been
Way
Oh,
worse.
he scooped it at the plate. I mean, it's not that bad.
Yeah, my son throws knuckles, and sometimes you don't know what's happening. So.
Yeah, I remember I know good catchers for knuckleball pitchers. They use a softball mitt because they're bigger and has a bigger. Yeah, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway.
Well, I've taken up way too much of your guys' time, but
That's
thank you guys
fun.
so much for all the love here in Detroit, and good luck with everything. Good luck on these tours, man. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you guys for the love. It's awesome to come home from tour, go cruising the truck, and turn on the Riff and hear you guys jamming our stuff. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Growing up listening to the Riff, and now we're a part of it. So
That's
thank
for
you.
sure. There you go, Eric and Brian from Prevail right here at Riff Fest.